Greetings, everyone. This is the Gardening Snail of Livingston, California, just trying to keep the community informed and local government as honest as possible. In this video, we'll be doing a brief overview of the July 18th, 2023 City Council meeting agenda packet. Closed session scheduled from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. Open session scheduled to begin at 7 p.m. The teleconference number is 520-525-8911, and the regular meeting will be streamed on YouTube Live. Public comments can be submitted via email at citycouncil@livingstoncity.com. You will need to provide meeting date, item number, name, email, and comment. Please limit to 300 words or 3 minutes. Please include public comment in the subject for the email. Written comments will not be read aloud at the meeting, but will be reported as received for the record. The first closed session scheduled for this evening will take up the topic of public employee employment, city attorney. During the regular meeting, after the Pledge of Allegiance, moment of silence, roll call, closed session announcements, and changes to the agenda will be citizen comments. Comments are normally limited to 3 minutes. After citizens' comments will be a discussion and potential action item to appoint Roy Santos as the city attorney for the City of Livingston and legal counsel. After that will be a presentation by MCAG about the Measure V 2023 annual report, followed by announcements and reports by Supervisor Espinoza, the fire department, an information item on the 4th of July by the city manager, reports by the city council members and the mayor. Here's the list of who's who on what commissions and committees, followed by the receiving and filing of the city treasurer's report for the month ending May 31st, 2023. After that is the consent agenda with no separate discussion of the items unless members of the city council or city manager request a specific item be removed for discussion. Item number 6 is to hire a consultant to help keep the city in compliance with new solid waste recycling regulations from the state. Item number 7 is about a list of road projects the city hopes will win Measure V regional projects money. Item number 8 is about money for road rehabilitation and which streets and roads will get a slurry seal project. Item 9 is about updating the master employee salary schedule. Item number 10 is a public hearing about the Dutch Brothers project, a 950 square foot drive-through coffee shop that will be located on the north side of Joseph Gallo Court. Item number 11 is a discussion and potential action item to waive the fee for using Memorial Park for the Livingston High School all-class reunion. Item number 12 is about appointing 2 council members to an ad hoc committee for discussions related to the county property and sales tax agreement. There has not been a tax sharing agreement since July 1st, 2009. The county had disagreed strongly with portions of the city's 2025 general plan update and wanted substantial changes. When the city refused to make those changes, the county revoked the 2004 tax sharing agreement that had been in place. After all those agenda items, there will be the second closed session of the evening, a conference with legal counsel about anticipated litigation. Now we are going to touch on very briefly some items of interest from the staff reports in the agenda packet, the first being about the agreement with the new legal firm. Pause to read at your leisure. Here are the hourly rates for legal services, litigation legal services, and reimbursement legal services. My understanding is reimbursable legal services would be those the city would expect to pass on to a developer or other party. Hourly rates for bond and financial services, paralegal or law clerk, document clerk, and travel time. Written approval will be required from the city before the services of any outside investigator, consultant, or expert would be obtained. Legal professionals will not be used to do secretarial work. Reimbursable costs shall be separately itemized. I found this sentence to be particularly interesting. Quote, the experience, knowledge, and capability and reputation of A&W, its partners, associates, and employees was a substantial inducement for the city to enter into this agreement, unquote. What follows is a therefore A&W will not contract with anybody else without the written approval of the city type of statement. Interesting, isn't it? Information about conflicts and potential conflicts. Pause to read at your leisure. Billing practices and travel time. It says they won't be charging for mileage between the office and city facilities on regularly scheduled meeting days, but I can't help but wonder if that still means they will be charging travel time. And they will be charging an annual interest rate of 10% on statements that remain unpaid for more than 90 days. Here we have the treasurer's report for May, followed by the staff report about hiring a consultant for new state-required recycling regulations. One of the things the consultant will do is help the city out with the new garbage contract while helping to keep Livingston in compliance with and out of trouble with the state. And it's going to cost close to $50,000 to do so. Here's the staff report about Measure V regional projects funding. Pause to read at your leisure. And here is the list of projects Livingston hopes to have paid for by using Measure V regional project funds. Here's more on that fund claim for road repair I touched on earlier, just over $199,000 to go towards slurry seal projects. And here is the list of streets that they hope to spend that money on. Moving on to the Dutch Brothers project. In case you were wondering where it's supposed to go, here's an aerial view. And another aerial view putting it behind the subway shop. Staff report about the Livingston all-class reunion fee waiver request. The council can waive the fees, deny waiving the fees, or continue this item to a future meeting. The very last item on this agenda in open session is about appointing 2 members of the City Council to an ad hoc committee for discussions related to the county tax sharing agreement. As I mentioned earlier, there has not been a tax sharing agreement with the county in place since July of 2009. And more recent efforts to reach some sort of compromise ended up going the way of the dodo, and seemed to get lost amidst all the turmoil and turnover in administration over the last couple of years. If you like what I do here, please follow me on Facebook and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And remember, editorial content is my own as a long-term resident of Livingston and does not represent the views and opinions of the City Council or the City of Livingston itself, and does not hold itself out to be any kind of legal advice.